One day, a mouse who lived in the city went to visit his friend. His friend had left the city a while back and had begun living in the country. After a long journey, the city mouse finally arrived at his friend's village. The moment he entered, he frowned and said, "This place smells awful. How do you live in such a place?" The country mouse lived in a small underground home. When the city mouse knocked on the door, his friend opened it. He was very surprised, but also very happy to see him. "Welcome, my friend. What brings you here?" the country mouse asked. The city mouse replied, "I was bored of the city life and wanted to see how you live. But I can already see you are not very happy here." The country mouse smiled and said, "Says who? Come inside, I'll prepare something to eat." Inside the little dark home, the city mouse was not impressed. "What a tiny place. How do you live in here?" he said. Soon, the country mouse served dinner. On the table were a piece of cheese, lettuce, carrot, and some kernels of corn. "Come on, my friend, enjoy this dinner," he said. But the city mouse looked at the food in disappointment. "You call this a feast? Back in the city, we have cakes, pastries, different cheeses, and meat. You can find anything you want." After the meal, they walked around the countryside, but the city mouse found it boring and unpleasant. "This place is not for me. You must visit my hometown one day. I promise you'll never want to come back here." The next morning, the country mouse decided to visit his friend in the city. After another long journey, he finally reached the city mouse's apartment. "This huge building is yours?" he asked in surprise. "Not exactly," said the city mouse. "I share it with the landlord. But let me show you the amazing food I told you about." He opened the fridge and brought out cheese, meat, vegetables, and fruit. Just as they began to eat, a cat's meow echoed through the kitchen. The city mouse jumped in fear. "Oh no, the cat heard us. Quick, hide." Both mice ran into a hole in the wall, out of breath. The country mouse asked, "You live in the same house as a cat. Isn't this dangerous?" The city mouse replied, "Of course, but this is the price I pay to live with such luxury." When the cat finally left, they came out and continued eating, but soon after, the landlord entered. The city mouse panicked again. "Run before she sees us," he cried. Once more, they rushed into hiding. The country mouse, now tired and afraid, asked, "Why do we keep running? Doesn't she know you live here?" The city mouse shook his head. "Of course not. People are dangerous. But look at all this food. I can eat anything I want, whenever I want." The country mouse sighed and walked towards the door. "No, thank you, my friend. I have lost my appetite. I cannot live with so much fear. I would rather live in peace and freedom in my poor home than spend every day afraid of cats and people." And so the country mouse returned to his simple life in the countryside. Though his house was small and his food plain, he lived happily and peacefully, and he never returned to the city again.